We have made it to the wild card round of the playoffs, sneaking in with a record of just 8-9. We're playing the 49ers. They went 13-4, and they're an 87 overall team. And you think normally 13-4, automatic first round bye. No, because the Panthers went 13-4, but they didn't get the first round bye either, because the Eagles went 15-2. What was thought to be not so good of an NFC has been very, very good here in Madden franchise. If we somehow get past the 49ers today, we'll be playing the number 1 seeded Philadelphia Eagles in the divisional. It is not going to be easy, but when we are the lowest seeded team, you got to play the highest seeded team every single time. So it's tough. If we don't make it through, the offseason is going to be streamed soon on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Bengal. The link, as always, is in the description. I'll be tweeting out or Xing out, whatever it's called, x.com/Bengal YouTube. I'll be scheduling it. I might even post something in the community section here on YouTube, but make sure you're following those. Twitch, it's going to be live streamed, but yes, of course, to answer what shouldn't even be a question, it will be later uploaded to YouTube. You don't have to worry. But if you want to see it live, it's always a ton of fun. Twitch.tv/Bengal. The link is in the description. I do stream other things too you might be interested in, but also no, I'm not. I don't like you. We'll take a quick look at our season stats. We'll be going over this more in the off-season stream as well, I'm sure. Desmond Ridder throws for nearly 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns, although did turn over the ball at quite a high rate, 22 interceptions. And Bijan Robinson, as we talked about at the end of the last episode, broke the record for rushing yards in a season by only 10, and he did have an extra game to do it. Great rookie season, goes without saying. 17 rushing touchdowns, averaging over 6 per carry. Funnily enough, it was not the most yards per carry in the league. Josh Jacobs ran all over teams. 20 touchdowns and 6.6 yards per carry. That's an unbelievable season, but Bijan had more attempts. Not even close to an NFL record for carries, by the way. Not even close. It's so unrealistic to give him 345 attempts that Derrick Henry had more last year and way more in 2020. Both playing 16 games. So Bijan in 17. Listen, I'm not saying it's realistic to break the rushing yard record as a rookie or at all. It's a lot of yards in a passing league. But when we run the ball this much and with a really, really good player, we're going to find success. 2,000 yards every season success? I don't know. We're playing with the sliders to make it play better. But yeah, I recognize how awesome of a season that is. Kyle Pitts does break the 1,000-yard barrier, despite never throwing it to him, apparently. 11 touchdowns. Drake London very close to 1,000 yards. Finished with 9 touchdowns. And overall, not a terrible season. Unfortunately, we're without some of our best playmakers for this playoff run. Cordero Patterson, Julio Jones. Sammy Watkins is going to be starting for us. And then Caden Ellis had one of the best seasons of all time. I'm just too good. I don't know what to say. 122 tackles, 25 for loss, 6.5 sacks, and 3 picks. Nearly led the team in sacks. Ebiketie just had half a sack more with 7. And then interceptions. We had a number of players with 2 and 3. I think the interceptions are at a pretty good spot. Corners could be a little bit more, but I'm not really mad about it. Safeties for sure could be more. Jesse Bates ended up with 1. Richie Grant should have had another, but it didn't count because the game sucks if you watched last episode. Okay, who's the weak link of our team? Is it the quarterback? Coach, you find yourself in the playoffs despite fielding a defensive unit near the bottom of the league in the rankings. What do you need out of them this week? Well, we play quarters that give a lot of, or like quarter length that gives the opposing team a lot of possession. So that's what I'll say. What can we do against the 49ers? Well, they're going to do whatever they want. We're not going to get pressure. We're not going to force turnovers. We might be able to slow down the run. So we have to be able to slow down the run. Keep the gains short and force their offense into longer down and distance situations to simplify the game. AKA force Brock Purdy to throw the ball down the field. I'd like to beat the 49ers and hold them to less than 75 rushing yards. The problem, or maybe not problem, is that it doesn't matter if we don't do that, because if we don't, we're probably out of the playoffs anyway. So it's not really going to factor in too much. And hey, coach, the 49ers are really good and you kind of suck. What's going to happen? Well, we're going to be confident because we have Bijan Robinson. They've looked unbeatable the last few weeks, but we have a locker room full of guys ready to step up to the challenge. except for, like, Cordero Patterson, who's not going to be able to step up to the challenge. He's got a leg injury, so it's going to be tough. He's actually not going to be playing. Julio also out, but the 49ers get plus 10 break tackle, play rec, and tackle for the game, but so do we. So, hey, newsflash, nothing has changed effectively. Why even have that? The first of many, first of many losses in the playoffs for us in this series? I don't like that. We're going to play it cool. I'm not going to guarantee a win because be like, oh, you think you're tough? You think you're a tough guy? How about your whole team loses 50 overall? We'll try to win then. We're going to play it cool. Every game is important. And when you're a playoff team, which we are, despite the negative record, don't think about that. You have to bring your best. There are no guarantees when you play teams that are this good. So beat the 49ers for a staff points reward. No risk, no reward. Hey, don't care. I don't want to risk it and say, hey, you know how your team is already at a massive disadvantage? How about you're worse now? I don't want that. We need Brick Purdy. Yes, Brick Purdy. We need him to suck today. And he's going to want to dink it down. If he wants to throw the ball deep, good on him. I'm going to just take away the short pass. And if they think they can go deep down the field, whatever. Now, it seems like their secondary has been great, led by Charvarius Ward, maybe a little Talanoa Hufanga. I heard when I was watching the 49ers game, I heard them calling Charvarius Ward some type of nickname that I don't remember ever hearing before. So put that in the comment section if you know what it is. I completely forget. I'm not just fishing for comments. And I'm not going to say something if I want to fish for likes, like, have you seen the new like button animation? It looks so cool. You should check it out. Let's do some mini games. Oh, Mac Hollins running routes. How are we ever going to be able to cover him? Oh, easily? That makes sense, actually. Extremely easily. Be the easiest goal of my life. Oh, he's so quick. Never mind. No, he's not. It's picked. He sucks. Yeah, obviously we're gonna get gold. I've been trashing Mac Hollins a lot recently. Sure, he's a nice guy, but in Madden and other places, he leaves a little bit to be desired. At back-to-back fumbles, I have gold already on this drill. Just hit stick him right as you get there. He fumbled twice. We probably could have got over 5,000 on that one if we had another fumble there. Don't know the math. I think it might be plus 500 for a fumble, which leads me to believe that we would have had that. And we're not going to score 5 rushing touchdowns today. How about allow 2 or fewer passing touchdowns? I think that's fairly reasonable. And here's what we're going to try to do on offense. An emphasis on try. We're going to try to limit possessions in this game. The 49ers have a much better offense and defense than we do. So it could be tough to just run the ball consistently and just get first down after first down after first down and not make it a punt fest on offense. But what we're going to really try and do is just take time off the clock to do pass coverage on Troy Anderson. I have been using him more lately, but there are times I use Caden Ellis, so I think we have coverage. We're maybe like 2 upgrades away from being in an okay spot. So still not there. Still not even okay, but it's reasonable. Is it raining here? Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, with some inclement weather here in the playoffs. Does that work to our advantage? No, I don't think so. I don't think anything works to our advantage here. I'm skeptical. We could pull an upset. We could shock the world. But especially playing in the rain, I don't like it because I already know the 49ers are going to have no problem dealing with the rain. But for us, we're going to be running on the turf like it's a slip and slide. We're not going to be able to throw the ball. The screen's going to be shaking. They use turf here, or is it just grass? It might be grass. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's grass. I don't think it's a turf field, but now I can't remember. 49ers install grass field at Levi's Stadium. There you go. I see a year on this. It happened sometime. Could have been 10 years ago. Could have been yesterday. I don't really know. Well, unlikely to be yesterday. But here we are on defense to start Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. They've got a lot of playmakers. And Deebo Samuel eats a shot from Troy Anderson. I don't even know if he got hit. Got some pretty big injuries here. Avery Williams, obviously the biggest of the bunch. And Julio, Cordero Patterson. No Grady Jarrett for us either. Yeah, injuries have really hurt us. And for the 49ers, I mean, they seem pretty fine. So, lucky them, I guess. The 49ers are missing Anthony Averett. And actually, I don't believe what I'm seeing. Nick Bosa. Fractured hip in the video game. Oh, that's going to be taken out of context. Thankfully, he will not be playing in this one. We might have more of a chance on offense. That's beautiful. I've never been so happy for a fractured hip. He's got an old man disease. Or, not, a fractured hip is not a disease. Old man injury. Needs a hip replacement. They're going to run the ball. We're right there. Christian McCaffrey, you little weasel. Gets 15 yards on the play. He's going to be a little rat today, huh? Another run. Phil, nope. Oh, Jesse Bates. Nice tackle. I really thought he was going to give Christian McCaffrey a huge lane to run. But he just steps up, makes a great tackle. And Jesse Bates played really well in week 1 of the regular season for the Falcons in real life. Not so much here in Falcons franchise, but look at that. Brock Purdy trying to run for it. Designed run, loses 2. And it's 3rd and 9. We're only going to rush 3. We don't get a pass rush anyway. So, might as well just only rush 3 and get still no pass rush. And get an extra defender out in coverage. And we're covering everything. And we force a Brock Purdy throwaway. Not a bad series for us defensively. 49ers going to bring out the kicker. Rookie out of Michigan, I believe Jake Moody, for a long kick. That kick is good. I think that was 55 yards. No problem for Moody. And the 49ers are up here early, 3-0. We need to answer. We need to answer in the worst way. I know it seems like it's only 3 points. If we don't score here and give the ball back to the Niners, things could get out of hand really, really quickly. All right, no Nick Bosa. We have to be able to take advantage of that. That's already a good start. Bijan Robinson gets 10+. Could have been more. Tried to make a move on the safety. Tried to anticipate where he was going to be. Obviously didn't work out incredibly for us. We still get 13. Really decent start for us. That's went to go to his right. Why are we bouncing to the left, man? 2nd and 8, run to Algier. Up the middle, not really much there. And this is kind of what we were looking to avoid is 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. I was looking, when I run the ball on 2nd and 8, I'm looking for 3rd and 4. Right, I'm hoping for 4 yards or more. Didn't get that here. And I don't really like the idea of 4 verts. I'm going to hope they're in like cover 3 or something. And we just throw back to Drake London. He makes the catch. Couple of broken tackles as well. That's complete faith in Drake London just being open enough. We were throwing pretty much no matter what. Hoping we were going to have enough space. And we just barely did. It's 1st and 10 from the logo. Run the ball. We need a block on the outside from Kyle Pitts. And we got one. There goes Bijan to the outside. We're doing too much. We're doing too much. This could be a lot more. But we're juke inside, outside, back and forth, spin. I don't know. Got to just relax a little bit and take what's there. As we're going deep down the field, Jonnu Smith! We overthrow him. Ward was in coverage. I saw Kyle Pitts. I thought Jonnu Smith gave us a better shot, to be honest. Maybe that wasn't true. 3rd and 1, here's the run. Bijan with space. There's a nice miss. Bijan Robinson, speed to the end zone. Can't quite get there. Wrapped up and spun around inside the 5. He has been our offense so far, and we got to continue to trust him. Maybe a little Tyler Algier action as well. From the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. Algier up the middle. Looking for space, powering in, and down at the 1. We got to score a touchdown in this drive. Fullback dive, I don't like. Give the ball to Bijan. You know, losing Nick Bosa is huge for them. Absolutely massive. 2nd and goal, run. Bijan Robinson powers through Fred Warner. It was a touchdown regardless. And we're going to go ahead and take the lead here on the road in the wild card round of the playoffs. Rain pouring down. Not a problem. Not a problem for the Falcons offense. Problem for Brock Purdy. It's wham. It's wham. We know what play it is. Kittle with that short motion. We know what to expect. And we shut it down. McCaffrey only gets 2. And it's 2nd and 8. We're going to continue to blitz Brock Purdy pretty much the entire game. If they run on 2nd and 8, I'd kind of be surprised. But still a possibility. And they do pitch it. And it is completely shut down. Richie Grant was there. We were going to cover that with Caden Ellis or Troy Anderson if he didn't, but he was, so we had it. It didn't really feel like English. But it's 3rd and 10. Last play of the first quarter was that play you just saw. No snap from Purdy and the Niners. They're going to happily go to the 2nd quarter, but they are down by 4, and we've had a much more potent offense so far. 49ers really haven't done much. 3rd and 10. Get pressure on Purdy. He fires in the direction of Devin Duvernay. Hook 'em horns. I don't know how the 49ers ended up with Duvernay, but they made a trade for him, I suppose. Or he somehow didn't make the Ravens roster, which would be completely shocking. And maybe it was for reasons like that. He just didn't even try to catch the ball. Not even really a bad throw from Purdy, throwing it away from coverage. But obviously, it just hit the ground. I don't know. He didn't even try. Oh, they're just giving us a ton of space for Bijan. He changes direction. And at 6 rushes, he's already at 73 yards. The running game is working against this Niners front 7. And that's got a lot worse, by the way. They still have a couple of good players, Fred Warner, but obviously, you know, no Nick Bosa for this game, no Azeez Al-Shire, but they're still rated extremely highly. We're going to try to hit him off play action, and we're going to find a wide open Jonnu Smith. We use Kyle Pitts in the flat as a distraction to show the true secret weapon, Jonnu Smith. 16-yard pickup down the field. And this might be a quick throw to London. It's London or Pitts. We're going to read this mesh, and we're going to make a throw. No, we're not. We're going to step up with Ritter. We're going to dive just short of the marker. 2nd and 1. Read option. Needed to give it to Bijan. Needed to give it to Bijan. 3rd and 3. I didn't even try to hand it off. Sometimes I guess I'm just too delayed, but there I just held on to it. 3rd and 3. Here's a run. Bijan up the middle. Look at the blocks develop, and it's another first down for Atlanta. Bijan averaging plenty on the ground so far, way over 10. And it sets up 1st and goal from the 8. Going empty, going 5 wide here. Check down Mac Hollins. We've nearly been picked off. Why is he running that up towards coverage away from the ball? Why is he doing that? Oh, that was nearly disaster. 2nd and goal from the 8. Running stretch. Bijan, get out there. Little outside run. Got back inside. 3rd and goal from the 4. I think we're going to run the ball here. 3rd and goal. Handoff to Bijan. Changing direction. Back up the field and down to the 1. Now we're faced with a decision. What do we do here? I don't mind the run in that spot, obviously. Coach wants us to go for it. I like that. Stay aggressive. Give it to our best player. Bijan up the middle for 6. He's not even touched. Maybe they got a hand on him. They patted him on the shoulder, said, "Good job, sport." Nice touchdown. Oh, we're down 14 now. 14-3. Do they have 3? No, they do have 3. So, going to be 14-3. 49ers down in the game. And it really could not have started out better for us. This was a really, really, really good start. 49ers going to need to do a lot and quick if they want to get back in this game. We'll check down to McCaffrey. I'm like, why do I feel like he's going to make me miss? He ends up just kind of getting stood up. 2nd and 7. Like a prom date. Stood up. I don't know. That's weak. 2nd and 7. But I'm used to that. Corny jokes are made on the channel. Oh, just regularly. As Purdy misses Kittle across the middle. This will rhyme. All right, let's send heat. 3rd and 7. What does Purdy have? There were just too many guys to cover. We meet Kittle. He's short of the first down. Marcus Cannon, tackle injured on the play. And they are going to punt. Say no right tackle. We're not going to go for it on 4th and inches. I probably would. It is on your own 35, but it's also inches. And as we know in the NFL nowadays, if you just run the quarterback, the tush push, just run the QB sneak where the team rams your butt over the first down line, you got it. So 4th and inches is an automatic if you run that play. It's an automatic. 1st and 10 here. We are going to pass. I don't really like where the coverage is. We're going to throw for Mac Hollins. The one thing I don't like about that play is pretty big, actually. It's that one corner is effectively able to take away 2 routes at once every time. I don't really know what the timing would be to where we throw that and we're actually successful, as we find Sammy Watkins to move the chains. Just the 6th attempt for Ritter, but we have 14 points. I don't really feel a need to kind of change things too much. Things are going very well. Put Bijan underneath. Do a little switch release at the line. We're going to throw deep for Mac Hollins. Find him on the sideline. 1st down. Mac Hollins, I apologize. I was not familiar with your game. 28 yards down the field. We're going to continue to space things out. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. Kyle Pitts, go up and get it. It was not the move. We need to just throw that earlier on a line. Didn't need to make it a jump ball. Still like our chances with the Kyle Pitts in a jump ball 50-50 situation. Just clearly did not work out there. Couldn't really be decisive enough there with Tyler Algier. 3 rushes for 4 yards for him. Bijan has been a lot more successful so far. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Up by 14-3, by a score of 14-3. And we're going to look to hold on to that. Or to make it even bigger, obviously. We get the football to start the second half. Things really couldn't be in a better spot for us right now to pull off the upset. 3rd and 11. Throwing for Watkins. It's knocked down. Just needed to get it out in front. The pass leading doesn't work unless you do the actual special precision passing, which is frustrating. We're going to bring out Younghoe Koo for the field goal in the rain. Make it 17-3. That kick is good. Ugh. Did that hit the upright? Did Younghoe Koo call bank? I think it did. I think it skimmed off the upright. But they all count the same. 17-3. I know the Falcons have blown bigger leads in this in playoff games. Had to be said. But in this one, we're going to get the monkey off our back. We're not going to blow the lead. Although Brock Purdy running out like this is really striking fear into me. 1 minute and 52 seconds to play here in the first half. Got to continue to play good defense. And they're going to be getting the football out quickly. Oh, we're done. This is a touchdown on this drive. No question. Did you just see what they just did? That football was out in a millisecond. We're done. We're absolutely screwed. You can just tell. The CPU just turned it on. It's been on all Madden, but they just turned it up to another level. Oh, you can just tell. We're so done. It was fun while it lasted, to be honest. Oh, you know what I said about not blowing the lead? That was funny. Remember when I said that? Hilarious. Hell, Juszczyk gets the first. It's going to be a lot of that. As I said, we are screwed. The CPU just decided, oh, we're going to win the game now. You could tell just from one throw. Yeah, it's over for us. And he still gets out of bounds. Unbelievable. 30 seconds remain in the first half. Niners knocking on the door. We were blitzing. Gonna stop that. Juszczyk just hurdles Jesse Bates. 49ers call their first timeout. 19 seconds to play now in the first half. 49ers really need that touchdown, and they can't find it. Purdy airmails his first bad throw, and I think he was under some tremendous pressure. It's 3rd and goal. Juszczyk into the backfield. They're going to run out of I for him. See if it's successful. They're not. They're going to throw, and Purdy, doing his best Younghoe Koo impression, skims it off the upright And we actually managed to get a goal line stand and hold the 49ers to a field goal. I can't even believe that just happened. I was sure that they were going to score a touchdown. Great resilience from our defense. Oh, Mike Hughes has space. Mike Hughes down the sideline on the return. Diving 49er can't stop him. D. Winters can't stop him. Mike Hughes, kickoff return touchdown. That's how you answer. No Cordero Patterson, no problem. That's how you end the first half in style. Mike Hughes with a cut to the outside and then speed to turn it into a touchdown. Mike Hughes with a play you'll never forget in the wild card. I mean, as I said, that's how you end the first half in style. 24-6, and we get the football. I'll see you for the second half. And this halftime break is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. These are my picks for this week. We have lower Brian Robinson Jr. rushing yards. Is at 59.5 right now. Here's the thing. He was at this number last week against Arizona. At Denver, going to be a problem. Josh Jacobs really struggled against the same defense last week, and I just don't think Robinson's going to get to that number. David Montgomery is the new goal line back. I think he scores a touchdown this week against Seattle. Alexander Mattison against Philly's defensive line, especially coming off a poor performance against a similarly good defensive line. Eagles might even be better. I'm really thinking about Vita Vea with Tampa Bay. Don't really know if he's going to get that number, especially when the Minnesota Vikings like to pass quite a bit. And then Kenneth Walker was supposed to be somewhat limited last week. Still did get 12 carries. I think they want him closer to 20, and he was already at 64 yards. He's a really good player. I think he's going to get 64 yards or higher again. You can use code BENGAL. You'll get a deposit match up to $100. And when you play this week, it's 100K Sunday, and Underdog is giving away $10,000 to 10 winners who use this pick. You don't even have to be right, it seems. You just use it, and you are entered essentially to win $10,000. I've taken Michael Penix's higher passing yards at Michigan State. They're going through the ringer right now with this Mel Tucker stuff, so I think Penix will go higher. They've been throwing the ball a lot at Washington, and I think at Michigan State's a pretty good matchup for him. Jalen Wright at Florida, I worry a little bit about, but he's just a really good player. He, I think, is going to end up getting, 60-plus yards pretty comfortably, even against the Gators. They're a little bit off right now. Have Robinson in there again, might take that out. And then Tua, I'm going higher. This one's tough. At New England, he's only gone higher than 270 passing yards once in the past 3 times out against them. But you know what? I'm going to ride the hot hand. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. They're throwing the ball a lot. 466 yards passing against the Chargers. I worry about going higher here, but I don't want to get burned by Tua. I got to go higher. If you live in one of the orange states, you are eligible to play Pick'em. Remember to play responsibly. If you can't play Pick'em, you can just play regular fantasy best ball in Missouri, Tennessee, Ohio, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and West Virginia. Thanks to Underdog for sponsoring this video, and use code BENGAL when you sign up for Underdog Fantasy. And let's get to the second half. We've just been better so far. That's my report. We've just been better. We'll see how the Panthers and the Cowboys do. See if the Packers can pull off the upset. I know they're seated higher, but I kind of expect the Cowboys to win that game. That's just what they do in simulation. And defending the short pass has worked. Brock Purdy can't go down the field. So with a 24-6 lead, we're just looking to take time off the clock. Just run it. Or if you're Mike Hughes, run it back. Do something magical. Okay, not that. Read option. Ritter with the keeper. We got blocks. Jonnu Smith to the block. Ritter to the open field. Diving attempt cannot bring him down. And Desmond Ritter with a huge gain on the ground. Running read option. And I'm trying to slow it down. Trying to take time off the clock. Desmond Ritter doesn't want to. Wants it to be overall ready. Offense unstoppable at the moment. Algier change of direction. Broken tackle by Algier, and the air truck stops us from scoring another touchdown. Oh, I think we would have had it. I really do. Here's a stretch, outside run, good blocking. Bijan makes one miss, makes another miss, and Bijan into the end zone. Touchdown. His third on the game. He's unstoppable. What do you do? Blocking was good, right? But he made two guys miss in the open field. That speed, then whoop, there's one, whoop, there's the other, and then Fred Warner can't catch up to him. What are you going to do? Unstoppable. It's 31-6. So we have a 25-point lead. I don't need to tell you, but that's not a safe lead for the Falcons at this point in the game. We got to continue to play well and pour it on. And we need to get Ogundeji off George Kittle. Yep, that was a mismatch. That was a problem. We needed to get out of that. I noticed it way too late. Run to the outside. Oh, the blocking was great. Richie Grant forces McCaffrey out, but he gets 10+. 3rd and 1. Quick throw to the outside. Jeff Okudah with the great coverage. Are we going to force another field goal? No, they're wisely going for it on 4th and 1. Deebo Samuel into the backfield. I don't want to run commit, but something's up with Deebo into the backfield. They're going to run. Deebo fumbles the football. It's recovered by Okudah. Okudah not touched. You're going the wrong way, Jeff. That could have been a scoop and score. Deebo Samuel coughs up the football. It was Arnold Ebiketie that punched it out, and Jeff Okudah that recovered. Two of our best defensive players this year. Oh my goodness, we're going to do it. We're going to pull it off. Play action. They don't bite on that at all. Doesn't matter. Kyle Pitts wide open. That's a first down. Ritter officially over 100 yards passing on the game. I think we had a touchdown with Drake London. If we just had more time. Drake Jackson on the sack. We were not targeting Mac Hollins. He just had a nice catch, though. Wanted Drake London. And now we're kind of forced to pass here on 2nd and 20. Get it to Bijan. That's a great throw. Bijan makes the catch down the field. We cannot be stopped. Bijan Robinson, he's done it as a runner, and now he's doing it as a receiver. Nearly 40 yards down the field. Great blocking as well. And it's just a great throw from Ritter. Can't say enough about that. Change of direction from Algier. Nice run. Running outside. Bijan finally shut down. Tried to change direction. Cut back. But not working like it worked with Algier. 3rd and 3. Good run here. We're going to throw. I don't know why Kyle Pitts is blocking. You're not supposed to be blocking. Doesn't matter. Ritter walks into the end zone. Another Atlanta touchdown. And it's going to be, I would say, a lead that the 49ers cannot overcome. 38-6 as we head to the 4th quarter. Now we can just kind of pin our ears back and just get after Purdy. It's going to be 1st and 10. He's got basically just the 4th quarter to go. And down goes Purdy. David Onyemata and Arnold Ebiketie meet at the quarterback. We're going to the 4th. We got a big lead. And we have nearly 200 yards on the ground. It's over. You know what? I thought that was decent enough coverage. Turns out, nope. Under pressure's Purdy. He's forced to throw it away. It'll be 4th and 6. And I would say you have to go for it here. You have to. Game on the line as if it wasn't already. I mean, I don't even know what a first down does for them. We're not going to find out. Great hit by Troy Anderson. We're going to take over at the 29. Hey, Dan Quinn. This is what you do with a lead. You run the damn football. And there's an injury timeout. What the hell, dude? They're faking it. Kick is up and good. 41-6. I already know what the comments are going to say. Listen, sometimes it goes like this. You get momentum early. Other team dealing with some tough injuries. We play perfectly. This is how it goes sometimes. Are we going to beat the Eagles 41-6? I very highly doubt it. But, you know, sometimes it's really easy. Sometimes it's impossible. Just kind of the way that goes. This one happened to be, you know, one of the easier games I've probably ever played. And it just is how it is sometimes. Nothing's changed from the last episodes where we got smashed, or at least 2 of 3, right? But here we are, smashing the Niners in a playoff game. I'm having fun. Also, Brock Purdy, 77 overall quarterback. I'm not sure if that really makes a big difference here in Madden. I would expect that it does at least a little bit. He's not played particularly well. I know the numbers don't look awful, but besides one drive, it really hasn't done much. Christian McCaffrey really hasn't done much. The 49ers, just in general, nothing's really going right for them, right? And we have momentum, and paranoid is enabled, which means the opposing quarterback has trouble periodically seeing receivers, and that could be an issue in this one as well. We are just dominant right now on both sides of the ball. And Christian McCaffrey really hasn't been bad. He got 7 rushes for 47 yards, and now he's injured. That's not bad at all, but it hasn't been nearly enough. They haven't given the ball that much. Deebo Samuel going to score the first touchdown of the game for San Francisco. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I think not. Mike Hughes has done it again. Mike Hughes has done it again. House call number 2. As I said, no Cordero Patterson. Absolutely no problem. I don't know if we had 1 in the entire regular season, yet here in the playoffs, we have 2 from Mike Hughes. 48-13. Wow. That's a 2-minute warning. Yeah, we're just smashing them. Not much really to say. I mean, Purdy's line is going to end up looking pretty good. He's going to be up near 300 yards passing, maybe even 2 touchdowns, depending on how this series goes. Nope, he's intercepted by Jeff Okudah. We actually got blocks. Somehow George Kittle was able to make the tackle through a block there. But we'll take it. Touchback, and now a chance to just run this clock all the way down. I don't think the 49ers will even try timeouts. I don't. What an interesting game. 17 rushes for 135 yards and 3 touchdowns for Bijan. He's doing his thing. We're not even going to pass out of this. The game's over as long as we just run a play. So let Bijan touch the ball one final time. And that is, I think, a first down for Bijan. And it is definitive now. 48-13 is your final in Santa Clara, California. As not only have we won the game, not only have we pulled off the upset, we've done so in completely dominant fashion. We dominated the game. And yeah, would the game look a little bit different if we had a few more offensive possessions and didn't have 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns? It's definitely possible. Brock Purdy ends with 286 yards passing, a touchdown, and an interception. But obviously the game was over at that point pretty much anyway. We only threw the ball 12 times with Desmond Ridder. Bijan, 18 attempts for 140 and 3 touchdowns. Algier, 7 for 25, only 3.5 yards per carry. Ridder had a huge play on read option for 39 yards. And then receiving, I mean, we allowed plenty of receiving yards. I mean, you don't see an Atlanta Falcon on here till Mac Hollins. No one on our team caught more than 1 pass except for Mac Hollins. 2 for 53. And then defensively, we weren't that good defensively, even. I don't know how we did it. I honestly think the kickoff return touchdowns were the 2 biggest things that changed the game. Going into the half and then to basically ensure that it was over no matter what. We did what we said we were going to do. We controlled the game. We ran the ball. And the 49ers just could not score. They just couldn't do it. I guess our defense did play fairly well. But I don't know what happened. I mean, they didn't really give the ball to McCaffrey. He wasn't bad. He just didn't get the ball very often. And he got injured late, so it doesn't even matter that he was injured. He still really would have had maybe 9 carries at the most. And actually, no, it would have been 7, because Elijah Mitchell didn't even touch the ball, except for maybe a catch. Yeah, catch for 10 yards. I don't know, they just didn't have any possession. time, I guess. 38 attempts for throwing for Brock Purdy's a lot. They just didn't do anything with it. We accomplished every goal we had. It was just truly an unbelievable performance. What do we need to upgrade for Ritter here? Pretty much everything. Could be better. I'm going to do throw under pressure, aka improviser. I think that could definitely be a lot higher. He goes up to a 74 overall. We had +1 to throw power, throw on the run, throw accuracy short, and throw accuracy deep. Did not get throw under pressure, but I don't hate those upgrades. The only other one we're going to do by ourselves is for Bijan Robinson. Receiving back could be higher. Getting him the ability to run like Texas or angle routes out of the backfield would be nice. Let's go ahead and do receiving back. If we're going to make him the complete versatile weapon matchup nightmare like Kyle Pitts, got to develop him as a receiver. And that's a pretty nice set of upgrades there. +2 catching, some route running boosts as well. He's already a monster running back, so weak link. Our defense stepped up. We didn't even allow close to 75 yards on the ground, surely. McCaffrey had like 50. I don't even know if anyone else ran the ball. Purdy for negative yards. Maybe Juszczyk got a carry or two. I don't think Elijah Mitchell ran the ball as we saw. So yeah, big. And +5 morale for all defensive players. That could be a huge upgrade going into the divisional round of the playoffs. We're going to have to face a very good Eagles team where you need all the help we can get. And Justin Ellis is the guy that comes to me. Okay, Justin Ellis. Yeah, I remember you were on the team. Of course. Who could forget? Who could forget about Justin Ellis? And we've stolen the 49ers momentum, and all players will have +10 break tackle, play rec, and tackle in the next game. And we got 2,500 XP. It's a big win. And with the first of many, the assistant general manager says, hey, huge congrats on the playoff win, coach. Let's see if we can keep this ball rolling and pick up another one next week. 7 staff points at a good spot as any to stop this episode. A complete dismantling of the San Francisco 49ers as we move on to the next round of the playoffs. It's the 15-2, 87 overall Philadelphia Eagles. The defense is not rated highly, but I'm sure it's going to be an issue. And a 91 overall offense, including a very, very highly rated quarterback in Jalen Hurts. You're going to have to watch out for him. He's a superstar X Factor, playing up to a 94 overall. The accuracy is incredible. We know what he can do as a runner. I am not excited, but I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.